Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to be doing a little chatty video today. I've literally just put a question box on my story about topics that you'd like me to talk about. I'm guessing they're all going to be in regards to like skincare, naturally healing acne, acne confidence, that kind of thing. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Millie. I healed my acne naturally from this point. I've tried loads of different medications and things. They didn't work for me like in the long term. And now I share my knowledge with everyone else. I am actually currently having a breakout. I had eggs recently, and when I was eating them I was thinking, I think I'm sensitive to eggs. Like, I haven't had them in almost a year. Like, I wonder if I'm gonna get a breakout from this. I didn't get a breakout, I got like an allergic reaction breakout. So my skin is not very happy. So if I look a bit like flushed, that's why. There's just a lot of inflammation on my face. But I'm assuming some people will ask for like clear skin tips, and I can share like everything I've been doing today when I woke up with this to be like, oh, let's sort this out. And also I've got some apple to snack on. Someone said acne at school, self-hate with acne, how do you feel comfortable in your skin, mental health. So I think that might be a good place to start. So when it comes to your mental health and your acne, they are very linked. I feel like that is the first thing you need to realise. Like, when your skin goes down, your mental health is going down, and you have to actually recognise that cycle to break that cycle. So I used to find that when my skin was doing okay, I'd be absolutely fine and not thinking about anything to do with my mental health, and then I'd only try to do things to make me feel better when my skin got worse, instead of, you know, journaling every day or doing affirmations every day, or at least just like, I don't know, waking up to my favourite song every single day. Like, you need to do things every single day for your mental health, not just when you're feeling rubbish about your skin. If you're someone that wants to actually heal your skin and get clear skin, which I'm assuming most of you that are watching this video do, one of the first things you should do is work on your nervous system. And if you're stressed, if you're struggling with your mental health, your nervous system is going to be dysregulated, it's going to be out of whack, and that is where you should start anyway. So I feel like when I actually started to heal my acne naturally, heal my body naturally, and when I started to like prioritise my mental health and regulating my nervous system, that really helped my mental health anyway, because I was doing the things to support my mental health rather than just like letting my acne decide if I was going to be happy or not that day. Rather than just letting my acne decide if I was going to have a good day or a bad day. One thing that's also helped me recently, and it might help you guys to know this, is I've been meeting a lot of different people in the last 6 months. Like, I've probably met more people. I definitely have. I've met more people in that period of time than I've ever met in my life. And obviously, if you're someone that deals with acne, one of the first things you realise about people you meet is their skin, how clear it is. And if you meet someone that's got acne scars or acne or whatever, I personally feel so much safer around that person, because I instantly have like a rapport with them. I instantly am like, you get me, like, we have this struggle together and it's unspoken. The thing that has helped me is I talk to everyone. I'm like, try and be friends with everyone. And there are so many people that I've been like, oh my god, your skin is flawless. But the more that I got to know them, they've actually told me, no, I've been on Accutane like a couple of times. Oh no, I used to have really bad acne, like show me pictures of their skin. Or, oh no, I suffer with eczema actually, or I suffer with rosacea. And literally most people suffer with their skin, have suffered with their skin at a period of time. So even if you're looking around the room right now and thinking, I'm the only one in here that's got acne, like half the room could have really struggled with their skin and they're having like a clear skin week. So don't feel like just because you're the only one in the room that visibly has acne that you're the only one that understands what it's like. Most people suffer with their skin in some capacity. Like, that person that you're looking at with clear skin could have really painful, severe psoriasis underneath their clothing. But my biggest piece of advice, and maybe this isn't for everyone, but this is what I believe, if you start to heal your acne in your body from within and you focus on mental health, nervous system regulation, just in terms of trying to heal your skin, not even thinking this is going to be better for my mental health, your mental health will follow. It's like when people say, like when people go to the gym because they want to, you know, be strong, and it has a knock-on effect on their mental health, and that's why they keep going. It's not because of the aesthetics of their body, it's because how they feel afterwards. And also it kind of gives me peace of mind, and I am someone who very much struggles when I'm not in control. Like, I've been told this from a very young age, I like to be in control of things, and I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when I struggled with my skin from such a young age and I didn't understand what was going on in my body, I didn't know what hormone was, I did not have a clue what was going on inside my body, so I didn't have that control. Whereas now, because I understand things, I feel like I have more control. So like when I've had a breakout today from being freaking sensitive to eggs, I'm like, okay, let's have a turmeric and ginger shot, let's have some garlic, let's have a turmeric and ginger tea, let's go get a juice. I had some salmon for lunch because it's full of omega-3. Like, just stuff like that. I feel like I know the steps to take to make it better, and that makes me feel better mentally, rather than if I was just sat here like, I don't know what to do. Like, I hope it's not going to get worse tomorrow. Like, I'm not actually taking any steps, because even if it did get worse tomorrow, I still know that I'm doing my best because I have the information. I feel like I rambled for a bit long about that one. Is makeup bad for someone who has acne? No, you just need to be using non-comedogenic skincare and non-comedogenic makeup. So if you suffer from acne, then you probably have something which is called hyperretention keratosis. And in like science, keratosis is like your skin. It's made of like, and your hair, it's made of like keratin. So it's keratosis. And it's like hyper, so that's like extra. Retention is like when you keep onto something more. So it's like you're extra keeping skin. You basically don't shed your skin fast enough. So your pores are already getting clogged because you're not getting rid of your excess skin fast enough, if that makes sense. So that's why you want to avoid pore cloggers like coconut oil, shea butter. So when you're wearing makeup, it's absolutely fine for you to be wearing makeup as long as it's not pore clogging. Because if it's pore clogging, then you're going to break out more. Like, if you want to wear pore clogging makeup, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you to rebuy your whole routine, but it could potentially break you out. So yeah, obviously you can wear your makeup. I'll link my acne safe. I've got like a post that's got like direct links to all of my acne safe makeup, and there's high-end drugstore, like there's a mixture of all those kind of products, but always make sure that you're double cleansing at the end of the day. Like, even just to get off your SPF, you need to be double cleansing. There's a lot of questions about how to combat dry and acne prone skin, because I feel like most posts on social media are about oily and acne prone skin, but a lot of you guys have dry and acne prone skin, so let's talk about it. I feel like if you go to your doctor and you get prescribed epiduo, it's going to burn off your skin. Like, it's going to burn off your skin. If you already have dry skin, it's going to burn off your skin. So definitely you just need to try and find the skincare that's going to help to get rid of your acne, like the Dr. Sam's products, without drying out your skin even more. Because if your skin barrier is broken, if it's disrupted, if it's damaged, all that is going to do is cause more breakouts, because your skin barrier stops the bad things coming into your skin and the good things like water leaving your skin. I would really recommend, if you're dry and acne prone, really recommend the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturiser Intense. Have I got it here? This is my go-to moisturiser at the moment, when my skin's a bit more inflamed, to keep it like nice and hydrated and happy. It is more expensive, especially because this is the 100ml, but you don't need that much of it because it is really hydrating. Code LIFEWITHMILS does make it cheaper, but it's non-comedogenic, which I think is really difficult to find, because obviously like the Cicaplast and the Avene, is it called like Cyclofate? Something like that. They're both obviously amazing for dry skin, but not dry acne prone skin, because they have pore cloggers, which is why I recommend that so much if you have dry skin. It's not the normal Flawless Moisturiser, it's the Flawless Moisturiser Intense. Sunscreens for oily skin. I know this is like such a big one because so many SPFs make you look like a grease ball. Also, it might be getting a bit darker in here, but there's not really much I can do about that. Hopefully that's a little bit brighter. I've just put my laptop up there. Sunscreens I recommend for oily skin. I know that loads of sunscreens make everyone look like grease balls, and no one wants to look like a grease ball. I really like the Dr. Ciracle Hyal Re-Youth. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, and I do find it moisturising, but if I use a product that's going to make someone oily, I get oily because I have combination skin. I like the Hyal Seeker, is that what it's called? Skin 1004 SPF 50. If you have oily skin, I like the Celamax Oil Control Sunscreen SPF 50. I'm going to link all of these down below, by the way, you don't need to remember them. Yeah, those are my recommendations. Someone asked for a protein powder that doesn't have whey, that won't break me out. we all know what I'm gonna say, the Free Sol vegan protein blend. So the vegan protein blend from Free Sol has like added ingredients like calcium, Peruvian maca, which is like great for hormone balancing. It's got iron because most girls are literally deficient in iron, especially around their period. Basically got like a lot of added things that women need. My dad takes it though, like guys can take it, but it's just that the protein powder was formulated with women's bodies in mind for the things that we lack. That protein powder was amazing at helping to balance my cycle. It was almost like I was on like medication to balance the cycle, but it literally worked like a dream. And also it's obviously vegan, so whey is a huge acne trigger. If you are still consuming whey protein powder, I don't know what to tell you. Like the reason that whey is not good for you is basically it stimulates the production of, it's similar to a hormone, it's called IGF-1, and that basically causes some issues with insulin, and it causes more skin cells to be like clogged at the surface of your skin, that causes breakouts. So that's why whey protein is a no from me. A lot of those protein powders that contain whey are really bad for your gut, which causes inflammation, which comes out in your skin. So that is why I love the Free Sol protein powder so much. Discount code is LIFEWITHMILS. I think that gets you 15% off. I think. I don't know, but I think. The best cleansers for acne prone skin. I did cover this in my other video. So if you haven't watched that, definitely watch that before, because I literally showed about 10 different cleanser options if you can't get my favourite ones where you live. But my staples are the Oat Cleansing Balm, the Hara Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. Those are my two cleansing balm and oils. And then for water-based cleansers, my number one is the Flawless Cleanser from Dr. Sam's. I do have a discount code with them, which is LIFEWITHMILS, which I probably should have mentioned before. So yeah, that's my number one. And then the Salicylic Acid Cleanser from the Inky List is an amazing exfoliating cleanser. And then I used to alternate between that and the Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser, but I just prefer the consistency of the Flawless Cleanser from Dr. Sam, but I'm still happy to use the Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser. And those are kind of my staples. So I have like 5 staples. And I'll link everything down below. What skincare products would you recommend when you're using retinoids, like adapalene? So you need a really simple routine. You don't want to be using like loads of products that could be exfoliating your skin, just like products that could be disrupting your skin barrier, any fragrance. You don't want to be using anything that will affect your progress with that retinoid. If I'm like giving someone a routine here, in the morning, if you're not oily and you just have, you know, normal skin, dry skin, combination skin, wash your face with water, called water cleansing, and then potentially apply a toner. I really like the Turta Milk Skin Toner because it's really hydrating. And then apply a moisturizer. I would really recommend the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturizer Intense, especially after using a retinoid. And then apply your SPF. And I just gave some recommendations. That would be in the morning. At the night time, maybe the Oat Cleansing Balm, followed by the Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser, followed by the moisturizer. And it depends if you're sandwiching your retinol. So someone asked here as well how to stop retinol purging. So sandwiching your retinol is basically when you put on moisturizer before the retinol, put on the retinol, and then put on moisturizer again after, and it basically dilutes the retinol so your skin can get used to it. So yeah, either apply your moisturizer before or after applying your retinol. How to get rid of closed comedones. So closed comedones are basically caused when you have a clogged pore under the surface, but it's not like inflamed, it's just the same colour as your skin, literally just like a bump. And unfortunately, the only way to get rid of closed comedones is for them to come to the surface. And when you get them to come to the surface, they will either literally just be like a little clogged pore that just like falls out of your skin, or they will come up as an inflamed pimple, which does happen for a lot of people. So you have 2 options really: keep the closed comedones or purge them out. So if you're gonna purge them out, obviously start very slowly. You could use a really gentle exfoliant such as a BHA, for example. I like the Clear Skin Tonic from Alpha H. I also like the Inky List beta hydroxy acid. Basically BHA is just a salicylic acid, but still don't use those more than 2 to 3 times a week. I would always recommend azelaic acid, which is why I love the neutralizing gel, the brightly serum and the nightly serum, because azelaic acid not only exfoliates your skin, but I feel like when a lot of people think of acne exfoliants, they think of your skin getting red, dry and flaky, but azelaic acid makes your skin calmer, less red, whilst also exfoliating your skin, which is why I really like it. So I would also recommend that to purge out your closed comedones. And then obviously you've got the retinols and the retinoids that you could use to purge out the closed comedones. Why is birth control prescribed for acne? Let me tell you. So I did touch on this in my last video, and I'm probably not going to explain it as detailed as I did in my last video because I went on a ramble, so you can always watch that one as well. But basically, if you go to the doctors and you say, oh, I'm struggling with my skin, and they hand you the pill, you might not understand why they do that. They'll probably just tell you, oh, this will help, you know, regulate your hormones. So firstly, the pill does not regulate any hormones. It does not give you any periods. If you go to the doctors with painful periods or irregular periods and they say this will regulate your period, that is not true. It's going to regulate your bleed. So we're going to get a few things straight before we start talking about the pill, because I want everyone to understand what's going on. So when you start taking the pill, you are taking synthetic hormones, which means they're not real. They're man-made hormones. And when those hormones go into your body, they essentially turn your hormones off, and your body is replacing your natural hormones with these fake, synthetic and man-made hormones. So the thing about the pill is that you can't get pregnant on the pill. And the reason you can't get pregnant is because you don't ovulate. And ovulation is when you release an egg. And then obviously if you were to get pregnant, that egg would need to be fertilized and then you'd get pregnant. So to stop that process from happening, you don't ovulate, so you don't release an egg in the first place. So that's why a lot of people think when you're on the pill, you're in a state of pregnancy. Your body thinks that you're pregnant. Your body doesn't think that you're pregnant. Your body thinks that you're in a menopausal state. So if you're like a younger person, if you're like early teens, whatever, you might not even know what the menopause is. So when you get to like age, I don't know, maybe late 50s, early 50s, it's different for every woman, you start to go through the menopause. And the reason that happens is because you basically don't need to get pregnant anymore, and your body's hormones start to like dial down, so you couldn't get pregnant anymore, which is why a lot of women like in their 30s are like panicking about when they're going to have a baby, because you've only got so long that you'll actually be fertile for, that you can actually get pregnant for. The things we have covered. When you take the pill, your hormones are turned off. When you take the pill, you don't ovulate, and your body is in a menopausal state. One of the main hormones that causes acne, I say it like that because it's a lot more complicated than that, is testosterone. So when your testosterone is too high, that can cause an overstimulation and an overproduction of your oil glands. So we all know, you know, oil production and things like that can be linked to acne, but it's not the only reason. Obviously you can have dry acne-prone skin, as we've just spoken about. So if you have too much testosterone, skin's too oily, you break out, in simple terms. When you go on the pill, as we've just said, your hormones are turned off. So your testosterone is turned off. So it drops. Your testosterone is suppressed, so it's lower than it should be. And that can cause some people's acne to dial down, because testosterone was the reason that their acne was flaring up. But their hormones aren't balanced. You know what I mean? They're turned off. They're off. They're off. Nothing has changed. They are just suppressed. The problem is being ignored, essentially. That is why they prescribe the pill. But the issue with this is there's a lot of side effects that come with the pill. Even things like an increased risk of getting breast cancer or cervical cancer. But my main issue with the pill is that it ignores the problem, and it also is really bad for your gut health and for your liver. So your liver is what breaks down all of your toxins. A lot of people think of your liver as, you know, getting rid of alcohol and that's it, but no, everything goes through your liver. Everything you eat, all of the toxins, everything is processed by your liver. All of your hormones are broken down by your liver. And if you're having all of these synthetic and man-made hormones put into your body, that is causing a really heavy load on your liver, especially because your gut health will be really depleted and nutrients can't be absorbed as well whilst you're on the pill. So that's why a lot of girls get, you know, iron deficiency, B12 deficiency and things like that because of the pill. If you decide to come off the pill, your liver has basically got to process through all of those excess hormones and also try to rebalance your hormones. And what tends to happen is the problem that you had before going on the pill is amplified when you get off the pill, because your body has had no idea what's happened because you haven't had a cycle. When you come off the pill and your hormones are trying to rebalance, around 6 months to a year after coming off the pill, sometimes something called a testosterone rebound occurs, which is where we spoke about how your testosterone was suppressed by being on the pill. It then jumps. It jumps way higher than it was before. And as we've said, having testosterone that is too high can cause acne. So that is why a lot of people get post-pill acne, even if they've never had acne from before they've been on the pill. Now, this doesn't mean that if you're sat here on the pill and not wanting to be on the pill that you can't come off it because you're too scared for all of this to happen. It's just that you have to prepare your body to come off the pill. So you have to really be supporting your liver so your liver can detox through everything very well. You have to be supporting your gut with, probiotic rich foods to help your gut. You have to be helping your nervous system because your adrenals and things like that are really thrown off by the pill as well. If you're someone that wants to know more about that, I do have a post-pill acne guide. It's at lifewithmils.com. It will be in the description, but I basically tell you what you need to do before coming off the pill and things you can do after the pill, supplements, things like that. Someone asked me for moisturiser recommendations for oily skin. I love the e.l.f. Holy Hydration gel-based moisturiser. I think it's called Gel, yeah. I love the Oating Calming Gel Cream from Purito. The Bioma Gel Moisturiser is also a great option. It's a little bit thicker than those ones. It's not like a clear gel. And then obviously, I like this moisturiser. She's just lurking there, but not for oily skin. It's too thick for oily skin. So some people have asked about garlic cloves for acne. And it really makes me laugh because I have been posting about eating garlic for acne for around probably longer than 6 months, and it's only just gone viral on TikTok, and loads of people are posting about it. But I actually understand why it works. I'm not just telling people to swallow garlic and then not explaining why it works. So basically, you take a clove of garlic, you chop it up really, really small because it needs to be able to digest in your system so you can actually get the benefits from it. And then I like to put it on a teaspoon of honey, or you can just put it in your mouth and swallow it. You don't have to do it with honey. Garlic has a natural prebiotic in it. Prebiotics are amazing for your gut. You can't just have probiotics. You need probiotics and prebiotics. So if you're buying a probiotic supplement, you need to make sure there's prebiotics in it, because the probiotics can't be absorbed without the prebiotics, if that makes sense. Garlic's also anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and what's the other one? Antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. There we go. Which is obviously great for acne. Acne is an inflammatory condition. I take my turmeric and ginger shots on an empty stomach, but I can't take garlic on an empty stomach. It's just a bit too strong. So I like to take it at the end of the day. I've always just taken it at the end of the day anyway, because normally when I break out, I notice it the most at the end of the day. My skin's normally really calm when I first wake up, the calmest it will be out of the day. So yeah, I always take it after my dinner, and then also it kind of works overnight, because it's not like you're having a load of food that your body needs to digest. It's just one little clove overnight. A lot of people have asked about body acne, and this is something that I've struggled on and off with the whole time I've had acne, and I find it actually a little bit more frustrating than the acne on my face, because it just comes at the most random times, and you're always wearing clothes that can impact it and stuff like that. But with body acne, I would recommend, when you're in the shower, use a salicylic acid cleanser. And I wouldn't recommend using a salicylic acid cleanser on your face every day, but I would recommend using it on your body 4 to 5 times a week. Still not every day, but my body and my back and stuff is so much stronger. And then just moisturize. That's all I would do in a nightly routine. If you are someone that goes to the gym, or you're going to a hot country or something like that, I really like the Revolution, what's it called? I think it might be called, it's the body blemish spray. That's really, really good because it's got AHA and BHA in it, I think. and it's just a spray. It's like really, really handy. And then the BHA serum, the beta hydroxy acid serum that I spoke about earlier from Inky List is also really good for that area. Also, don't use fragrance detergent. Get an unfragranced detergent. I'll leave mine in the description below because this is something nobody ever actually thinks about. That is one of the things that impacts my skin the most. Even if you're buying a silk pillowcase, if you're washing that silk pillowcase with a fragrance detergent whilst you're using like unfragranced skincare because you don't want to irritate your skin, you're spending like half the day asleep. Make it make sense. I'll find like the cheapest one and link that below. A lot of people have asked about scarring products. I would really recommend the Brightly serum from Dr. Sam's. It's got vitamin C in, which we know is great for brightening your scars, but it's also got azelaic acid in it, which I've mentioned so many times. It really helps with redness. It increases your skin cell turnover so your scars go quicker. It's also got bakuchiol in it, which is like a plant. It's similar to a retinol, but it's like a plant form. It's not a retinol. And it's a lot less like scary and a lot less irritating than a retinol. Like, it's not irritating at all, and it works really fast. And then the Glow Hub Scar Slayer is also really good. It's a bit more affordable. And it's got vitamin C and tranexamic acid in it, which is basically similar to vitamin C. That's all like you really need to know. Someone said, how do I keep my stress levels down? So I talk quite a lot all the time about how stress can impact your acne, and that is because stress causes inflammation in your body and can also cause hormonal imbalances, because when your stress is higher, your cortisol is higher because that's your stress hormone, and that is a primary hormone, meaning that that can actually throw off your other hormones. Sorry, I don't know why I'm sat like this, like you're just staring at my legs. So my favourite ways to de-stress: journal, listen to your favourite song. I like to listen to sad music and read a book. I find that really like helps to ground me. Wake up at the same time every day, go to sleep at the same time every day. When you first wake up, eat your breakfast with no distractions. Eat your breakfast within 60 minutes of waking up. Get some sunlight as soon as you wake up if that's possible. Eat 30 grams of protein when you first wake up in your breakfast. My favourite way to do that is with the free sol protein. It's in the description box. Don't eat 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. If you're someone that eats meat, try as hard as you can, wherever you can, to buy organic, not farm raised, like, what's the other word for wild caught? For example, wild caught salmon rather than farm raised salmon. You don't even want to know what happens to the farm raised salmon. But wherever you can, please try and buy organic, like grass-fed beef, wild caught salmon, because not only is it so much better for the animals, it's so much better for you, because if that animal has been farm raised, you know, given loads of like antibiotics or just had like a rubbish life, not only is the quality of that meat gonna like have traces of antibiotics and things like that in it, that animal was also under so much stress and you're gonna absorb that stress. It's not a good thing. I feel like vegans have the stigma of being so like, yeah man, I'm not vegan, by the way, but like it's just because they're not absorbing any stress hormones from any animals. So you just have to be very mindful of what you're actually eating. But yeah, you don't need to do all of those things, but I'm hoping that all of you will be able to integrate one of those things to help your stress levels. My makeup routine. So I've spoken about non-comedogenic makeup, which basically means no pore clogging makeup. So some of my essentials: L'Oreal True Match Foundation, that's acne safe. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer is also acne safe. The NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer is also acne safe. The e.l.f. Putty Blushes, really nice. I love the e.l.f. Reviver lip oils. What else? The e.l.f. bronzers, acne safe. e.l.f. is like a really good brand for acne safe stuff. Like, I don't know what it is about their products, they're just so good, and like they're really popping off with their skincare, which is why I like have been speaking a lot about the Gel Yeah moisturizer. But like that whole range, that whole Holy Hydration range, I think the whole range is non-comedogenic. I think it is. I mean, you guys can double check if you want to, but I think it is. I don't think anyone wants to know about my mascara. They're probably just bothered about the face makeup. But I like the Lash Clash from, is it from YSL? And then for my brows, I use the e.l.f. Brow Freeze, is it called? I used the e.l.f. Brow Lift, which is basically the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze dupe. I feel like the thing that we love about e.l.f. is that everything's a dupe of something else and so much cheaper. And even their liquid blushes, that Acne Save, like, they really do pop off. What skincare should I do before I work out? So if you are literally waking up and then going to the gym, just put on your SPF. Or if it's still dark, like if you are literally waking up, walking to your car, driving 10 minutes to the gym, and it's like hardly even light, you don't need to bother with sun cream, because realistically, most of the people watching this, you don't want to waste your skincare product by literally going to the gym, sweating, washing it off, reapplying it. Like, let's not be excessive here. You're gonna be fine for the 5 minutes you're driving to the gym. So if you're someone that gyms in the morning, I would say if you're like obviously working out outside, wear your SPF. No, I could just wake up, splash my face with water, put on SPF and go. And then like shower and then do my whole skincare routine at the gym. Every single time you wash your face, you're disrupting your skin barrier, even if you're not using an exfoliating cleanser. So just try and keep washing your face to a minimum, especially if you're going through like acne or a breakout or rosacea or anything like that. But yeah, I think those are all the questions I'm going to receive. Thanks for everyone that sent me little questions. I love reading all of them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, by the way. I am not someone that looks at my YouTube insights, but my manager emailed me this morning and asked for my YouTube insights. And 75% of you don't subscribe. You watch the whole video and then you don't subscribe. How are we supposed to be besties if you're not subscribing? I don't understand. Why would you not want to be subscribed to the acne community? The sooner you subscribe, the quicker we can do a giveaway. So I reckon you should subscribe and give this a thumbs up. But yeah, no pressure, guys. But yeah, that's all from me today, and I'm sorry about the thumbing and bumping and whatever in the background. I do live in a student accommodation. But yeah, love you very much. Sending you lots and lots of love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Also, comment down below if there's anything specific you want to see, because I'm busy. I'm a very busy girl and I'm really struggling to think of things. But yeah, love you, bye.